Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, Relics of War. I'm DisturbingPuppet. It's been a long time since we've played. We're going to start a new campaign today, and it took me quite a while to get this to work. So, for some reason, the recording just didn't want to work for me. So we are going to play as the Adeptus Mechanicus. And the reason I'm going to go back to the Adeptus Mechanicus is because a lot of the story stuff I just didn't really follow through with in the last campaign with them because it got to a certain point where it just sort of stalled out, unfortunately. So we're going to keep things kind of standard, so medium, 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 and that. We are going to change to the Adeptus Mechanicus. I am going to, yeah, that's fine. As far as a color goes, I want to be a red, of course. If it's going to let me, since the red is already over there, I'm not sure if it will. Okay, let's change you to, I don't know, green or something. There we go. All right, so red for the Adeptus Mechanicus. The other factions, so I haven't played against the Sisters of Battle, so we're definitely going to have them in. So the Adeptus Sororitas will be in there as well. For their color, I don't know that we need to do anything crazy. I do like the white or black for them. I think that kind of fits. Have white, sure. As far as the other factions go, I'm a bit torn. For the storyline, it does kind of make sense for the Tyranids to be involved in this. So I might do that. What other options do we have? I haven't played against orcs in a long time. I haven't played against like Astra Militarum in a long time. Yeah, let's go Tyranids for one. And that's already kind of the purple, so that's fine. And then over here, I think orcs. Orcs are actually really, really tough to fight against, though. They get really, really strong. So I'm a bit more concerned about the orcs, and it's already green, so that kind of makes sense. So the Adeptus Mechanicus, considered very hard, and I do agree with that based on the last campaign. It was difficult to take out armored targets. Disciples of the Machine God. So we have canticles, so chant Mechanicus hymns to enhance units, increasing in power with every praying warrior. Didn't really find that super useful. Doctrine overrides Qatari subroutines to amplify some combat aspects while reducing others. I don't remember doing that. It's been quite a while since I played this, so that could be part of why. Hive cities. So this was part of what hung me up on the storyline was it wanted me to build a bunch of stuff on the same tile. Place more buildings per tile by utilizing Adeptus Mechanicus' capability to create layered construction of rockcrete and adamantium, but does kind of require it as well. Monolithic building, increased output of buildings of the same type on a tile, decreased if different. So we do want to stack that up. Power surge, increased output of buildings on a tile through forceful intensity. Slave to the past. Unfortunately, this is a big problem. Increased research cost. The ability to truly innovate has been lost, replaced with the reverence for the times when humanity was the architect of its own destiny. Now, we can reprogram Castellan robots, which is kind of cool. So capture enemy Castellan robots with cybernetic and data smiths programming rituals. Bionics, Adeptus Mechanicus units have high damage resistance. Generally, artificial limbs are more durable than biological counterparts. And adjacency integration, Adeptus Mechanicus upgrades increase building output with each adjacent building. So when we get some kind of tech improvement, it's going to be like the more we have, the better. Kind of like the building, we want to have multiple stacks, multiple of buildings on the same tile. So we've already kind of all this before. We'll just kind of go to this. You of the Adeptus Mechanicus, the cult of the machine god, have worshipped the Omnissiah, or Omnissia, long before the Imperium came to your world of Mars. Following his edict, you have never doubted or ceased to pursue your calling, to gather knowledge, and to employ it to gather more. In pursuit of that, you built the devices and machines that enabled the Imperium to conquer the galaxy 10,000 years ago and maintain it today. So Gladius Prime was your planet more than it was the Imperium's. What Hive world was not? Its cities, its satellites, its wastes all were built with Mars's technology. All answered only to the Adeptus Mechanicus, that is, to you. It was little effort to hide the Adeptus Mechanicus research into the Tyranids here in a facility deep beneath the ashen wastes. Now, however, your facility has been compromised. Your Skitarii forces scattered, and your subjects have escaped. You must rebuild, recover, and take Gladius Prime secrets for your own, for you have a mission to fulfill from the Omnissiah himself. So yeah, I didn't do a lot of the story stuff. The reason we're coming back is to do the story thing, so we'll jump into that as we go through. Try to get that complete. I will also try to use some of the different units that I didn't use in the last run, but that's going to depend a lot on research stuff. Yeah, I think we're in good shape-ish. hopefully.
Gladius Prime. Adeptus Mechanicus first. What hive world was not? Its cities, its satellites, its wastes, all created with Mars's wisdom. All answering only to the tech priests. That is, to you, Magos. It was little work to hide your research into the Tyranids here, deep beneath the ashen wastes. Disastrous though it was. But you have followed the Omnissiah's plans. And now is the time to finally execute on them.
Yes, give me a knight. Okay. So we're next to Shards of Vol. So we want to set up our first city. It looks like we're up in kind of the upper left. We do have research. I do think research would be very helpful. A lot of extra research here. We do need food production. It looks like food's pretty bad. A lot of research. We could expand the city into the research, though, after we've got it going. Is there any food? Like, the food's really bad. This whole area is like minus, minus, minus everywhere. Some extra production up here, which is always good. Yeah, food is awful, though. Let's take a look around. Grab that. Before I do anything too crazy, so the Skitarii Vanguards, so these guys do have some odd abilities. So they have some damage resistance. That's just basic stuff. Outpost, so we get that. The weapons, is this the one that, yeah, the rad poisoning. Increased damage against infantry and monstrous creature units. So they're assault weapons. Radium unit weapons are so volatile they eventually kill their wielders. Their Baroque beauty belies a singularly vile function, not only to strike, but to render the battlefield as deadly as the rad wastes of Mars. Each weapon's bullet cylinder is so thoroughly bathed in radium that a volley can cause a localized rad storm. Those inside soon find their flesh blackening and sloughing away. Very nasty, but armor penetration does kind of suck, so it's more of an anti-infantry weapon for sure. I'm not seeing much. What do we have up here? Power surge, so we can do a power surge, extra production, all that kind of stuff, or influence cost. Throw open the transonic oscillator and escalate the D-reactor another 3 points. I require those forges running at optimal efficiency. I don't know, whenever you're going to shout craziness, it always sounds better to do it when British accent. Before we do anything else, let's save the game. I am curious if there is more food out this way. It's all like minus 20s, minus 20. There's like a minus 10, but it's pretty rough. There's a lot of research. I really want to grab that research, though. So you are a cybernetic data smith. So I think these are the guys, yeah, they can reprogram Castellan robots, but they also build our cities for us. Clear-cut stuff, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I kind of want to take a look up here and see if we spot anything with the river. Is there actually any good tiles? There's like minus 10s. Seems to be about it. I mean, it's not awful to go for the production bonuses here, potentially. There's some ore. Are we actually up at the edge of the map? I think it's got to continue a little bit. We just can't see because of that. So if we were to found a city... I do like the production. I don't like the negative food, but we can grow into some negative 10s and kind of go from there. I don't know. How much food do Adeptus Mechanicus guys need? It's all bad when it comes to food. Just this whole area is bad. We do have some bonuses there in the woods. There's at least one tile we could get some food production at 20%. Maybe we do that. Because I don't see a lot of other options. Yeah, we might have to go here for early food production. I know I'm taking a long time, but deciding your first location is actually pretty big. Like I said, I do like the production bonus over here, though. I think I'm going to take the production and ore over here, and there's some research as well. So we have Extaban, our beautiful city. Got our guys kind of hanging out for the moment, so that's fine. We did get, what do we have up here? So, Grox, that gets us some food, which is very nice. So we could go grab that. Hopefully there's nothing up in the edge in the corner. So we've done all our movement. What do we want to do as far as construction? So this tile that we're on, we do have, looks like one more space. So right now, we have the Forge Temple. We have the Artisan Constructorium. It would be nice to have something to produce units. This does get us some ore and influence, and some food. Let's go ahead and do that. 5 turns isn't awful. So we do have the production bonus. I'm hoping that's going to speed things up, and we can go grab that as a priority. Although getting across this river is going to suck. Research. We are very slow at research, so that is going to be a bit of a problem. So what do we want? Increased morale. We don't need morale. Increase armor, decrease movement. Sulfur Hounds. Flame weapons. An aura that cripples enemy infantry and monstrous creatures. I didn't take these guys before. I think I went right to the Marshal for a leader. Let's do the Sulfur Hounds this time, I think, to start with. And then for our quests, that'll pop up here after we end the turn. Chapter 1, Analysis, Blessed Inception. You have fond memories of your day as a menial in the canyons of Mars, and as a tech acolyte on Fecundia. Desitor Cambrai Neon 7 was with you then, first as a fellow menial, then a bodyguard, now as your Skitarii Marshal. You shared your mission this last century, so when he confirmed that the execution protocols were finally approved and released, you eagerly began initiating the early stages. The mission meant you had to be absent from your post, as Magos Benedict is quick to remind you. Absent when the Orc invasion began, absent when the Tyranids breached containment, absent when the Adeptus Mechanicus forces, including the prized Castellans, were scattered across the planet. Absent as Gladius Prime, once a proud hive world, was reduced to a wasteland with barely a billion souls scrabbling in the ruins, with every Xenos and heretic battling for its remaining wealth. But you cannot explain to Benedict. You must treat your mission as if it came from the High Lords of Terra or the Fabricator General. Indeed, the Astra Militarum or Adeptus Astartes would not even support your studies of the Tyranids, and hence must be treated as hostile, let alone your ultimate plan. But before planning, one must survive, and to survive, Cambrai Neon 7 reminds you, you must build Mars anew here. Construct the Genitor Carpo something? Carapradium. Produce Skitarii Vanguards. Get a couple, get some influence. So the Vanguards, are you guys Vanguards? Yes, we just need to make some more infantry. So we are on our way of getting the infantry kind of going. Now, we could burn some early influence, but I don't feel like it's really worth it at this point. We are fine when it comes to our stats, right? Yeah, we're positive on everything, so it's not crazy. Food is not great, but it could be a lot worse. Alright, well, I do want to grab the Grox. I think that's a pretty important thing for us to do. Let's have you sneak up to here. We want to be a little bit cautious. There could be stuff hiding. It is a corner, but still. We'll just take our time to grab that, whereas you guys, I really want to take this for the research right off the bat. So we're going to charge out here and hope there's nothing around. Now, our guns, what's our range? It's only 1, so we are kind of short-ranged compared to a lot of the other basic infantry. I do think the infantry do look very cool. They've got a very nice look to them. But that is all we can do. Recruit hounds running around. Not exactly a fan of that, but what you gonna do? Okay, we can make it. Let's just go grab this and hope nothing's around. So extra food production, 2 bonus food. Down here, said I would like to grab this, so let's go ahead and take it. There's a lot of recruit hounds around. Okay. I could shoot this, but then I won't have a shot, I think. Is that how it worked? I'm trying to remember. And if I don't take a shot, I think I do get a shot on the enemy turn. Yeah, let's just hold position for now and see what happens. I don't want them kind of rushing in on me here, but yeah, at least one's going to go for it, probably. Sibiris Sulfur Hounds. Did we get that done already? We did. I thought that was like 4 turns. Doctrina Imperatives infantry unit with flame weapons and an aura that cripples enemy infantry and monstrous creatures. Early on, these guys are going to be very good against like this sort of stuff. Sulfurhound cavalry squadrons are aggressive shock troops and line breakers. The loping mechanical beasts breathe gouts of incinerating phosphor and disembowel the foes with slashing claws. While the elite Skitarii riders unload incandescent pistol fires, they smash through the defensive lines before circling back for survivors. So kind of a fast unit. Looking at armor penetration, is there much? The phosphor pistols have a 2. The breath is a 4. It is assault, but it's a flamer. Interesting. What is this? Rad saturation. Damages adjacent enemy infantry and monstrous creature units each turn. I think we all have that. Yeah, we've got rad saturation too, so that's fine. Alright. I'm just going to take that off because we can kind of do whatever. I think just holding this is fine for the moment until we get some more infantry. I mean, we can shoot this. I'm curious what they're going to do. I can't remember if I shoot this if I don't get an action on the enemy turn or not. That's kind of what's throwing me off. We only have the 1 range shot. I'm going to go ahead. We'll just shoot. Start knocking this thing down. We don't have to worry about any Eldar in this game, so it's fine. You guys, do I want to hold? Okay, just kind of freaked out there for a second. I think we just make our way back towards the city. If anything does pop out, we'll see it when it gets adjacent. I'm just hoping that isn't an issue, but we might need the assistance. And what did we spot over here? A Jakaro trader encampment, so that's some free influence. So that's also kind of a nice thing to grab. As far as research goes, we want the Marshal sooner or later, so we could go ahead and start working on that. Ground vehicles could be nice as well. But let's start working on the Marshal. Get our first hero going. Next turn we'll have our thing done, it looks like. Or is it 2 turns? 2 turns. I mean, for now, they're just kind of like watching me, but they are circling around, which has me a little bit concerned. We did get our population increase. We don't have a lot of range with these guys. What's the range of our defensive weapons up here? Rocket launcher is 3. Heavy stubbers a 2, so not super fantastic. Guys, let's just nuke this some more. Come on down here and take a look. Alright, so we produced that. So that's actually what we needed anyway, which kind of makes sense. So we can make the Sulfur Hounds upkeep of 2 food. Right now we're only producing 5.5. And it's 4 after things are taken out for the population, so we're at 43. You're probably the same, 1.5. Yeah, we gotta go for cheap for now. So go ahead and make me some infantry. And then we're gonna grab a tile. I think that will be what we need to do. So we do have some just -10s. Those are probably going to be the best we can do for food production, unfortunately. Yeah, which is kind of sucky. If we get further up, can we get anything better? Not in this area. All right, let's grab... It doesn't really matter too much. We can get 3 on either one, so let's go this way. Grab that tile. I know you're there. Can we destroy this now? Let's take that. It's a little bit of XP. I do mean a little. Grab the woods, so I know that's clear. We can instantly wipe these guys? Wow, okay. What did you spot? Oh, Sorortas Holy Site. Okay, we don't have to worry about that too much. Not for now, anyway. That's how we run into more of the Adeptus Sororitas. So, I'm paranoid because the game's being weird at times, so I'm just going to keep saving, like, all the time, probably. So I apologize for that. But just in case things go wrong. Oh, they're coming for me. Yeah, I think as we shot, we didn't get an action off, so that's... I'm kind of remembering that. But we do radiation damage to those next to us, so they are taking some damage just by hanging out next to me. So they have lost some units. Wipe them out. We got the cover of the woods, but they actually get a benefit attacking into the woods, I think, was one of their special abilities. Yeah, forest stealth. Can't be hit by Overwatch attacks. So I'm not sure we could shoot him anyway. Let's go ahead and deploy you out onto the Orcoid Fungus. See if we can just gun you down because you're out in the open. Nice. We do want to grab some other stuff and get moving. We've got infantry coming. Just more Crute Hounds. Totally fine. Skitari Marshal. Doctrine Imperative Hero that leads the Adeptus Mechanicus into battle. Marshals lead the maniples and cohorts of Skitari soldiery. They are veteran warriors of countless crusades, privileged to bear enhanced augmentation. Marshals stand as intermediaries between Skitari formations and their priestly masters, employing sacred uplinks to refine the warrior doctrines closer to holy perfection. You do only have a, like, pistol thing and a staff to, like, smack things. So not that offensively strong. Mainly just the abilities, I think, if I can recall correctly. As far as research, we can move up. Increases population limit. Actually, what is our population cap? I think we've only got 2 at the moment. 2 of 6. Okay. So we can get up there. We're not going to run out quite yet. So another litany. Allows Qatari Vanguard and Rangers to ignore ranged damage reduction. I mean, that's not bad. Sub-cloisters produces tech priests as well as increasing population limits and loyalty. Xenorite acceptance increases flat amount of research gained from Ruins of Vol. Since we are doing this early and I already have one of these, that's what this down here is, a Ruin of Vol. So I think that's actually not a bad one to grab right away. So we can actually get some extra research coming in early on. It doesn't require me to do anything else crazy, so I think we're good on that. We are working on... Oh, we did grab that tile, so we might want to build something in there. 3 turns for some infantry. We might want to just get food production up here, even though it's not a great spot for it. Like, research is better. But food's going to be a big issue. Let's take a look. And we are getting +4. Power's also not great. We're at +2. But we have more of it. Yeah, power might become a major concern here soon, too. So here, we do want to stack stuff. It does require 1 energy, but I think we need the food. So let's get food going as far as production goes, because we want to make at least that 1 more infantry here for a bit. We can kind of maybe do some stuff after we get those 2 other guys online and see what we can do about grabbing some other stuff. You are banged up, but let's wipe these guys out. What do we have? Oh, some ambles. That's not great. Do this while they're here so they can get some XP, then we can have them just run in and just heal up. So if you guys just run into there, your job is to stay put and heal up. Yeah, ambles, not great. Why they're here, they're from like a desert world of Luther McIntyre 9. They spread all over the place, subterranean race, they're fairly strong. Hopefully they'll just wander off. Doesn't look like they're wandering off. They're looking at us with hate in their hearts, I can feel it. I would like to go grab this, but we could have our new guy in 2 turns go do it instead. Do we want to go explore? Maybe. We know there was like some extra food here. We might want to fast track another city. So I think I'm going to look that way just to kind of look around. Yeah, we've got a lot of food production over here, potentially 20%. Oh, more Crute Hounds coming in. Did do a lot of damage to us, but still some. Population just increased, which is good, since we are going to need them for that farm we're building. Kill them. Do I want to pull you out? I think just keeping them healing is fine. Oh, I heard something bigger. Sounded like it was to my left. Took a lot of damage there. Got some neophyte hybrids. I think it's just the ambles wandering around, hopefully. So the neophyte hybrids, until our plans to investigate the Tyranids have gone wrong when there's random Tyranid things wandering around on planet. Ranged infantry unit specialized in ambushes. Each cultist is spry and tough of build, weathered over a lifetime of hard labor. Their physical strength and reaction is bolstered by the alien genes lurking within. Neophyte hybrids do not bear the outward hallmarks of the Patriarch's sacred touch, as their brood leaders tell them. Their blessings are of the soul more than their body. These third and fourth generation hybrids can pass for human. Some are even cunning enough to infiltrate the Astra Militarum. When the cult goes on the attack, these neophytes show their true colors, surging from sewers, catacombs, and shadowy barracks. They swarm their enemies in such numbers they can seize control of a planet's defenses within the first hours of conquest. Got, like, basic guns, right? Auto guns, extra armor, extra accuracy, increased damage reduction. Wonderful. Well, you guys got really wrecked, so I'm probably going to have you move out. Let's have you go ahead and activate. Gun down these guys. Do you get the XP? Question is, do I want to hang out here or start heading back further? I think since we are nearly dead, let's go even further back. And then we got our new unit. You guys, let's plan on grabbing that, but we're going to be a little cautious going through the woods. We're not going to get seen being in the woods like that. What do we want to do? We're working on our farm. The Sulphur Hounds cost us 2 food. The Marshal costs us 2 and 4. Do I want to get the hero out early is the question or not. I don't remember him being that useful, honestly, the Marshal. I could be confusing him with one of the other characters, though. I think he mainly was just giving bonuses to the infantry, which honestly isn't that great. For our quest, we need another Skitari, so let's just do another Skitari. What do we get for this, anyway? Just some influence? Okay. Yeah, once we have that, then probably it'll want me to build a Marshal. Something like that would be my guess. Okay, they're sneaking around. So we got our furnaces up, which is our food production. So city now, we're in good shape as far as that goes. But I would like to get more research going early on. Got production and research. There's ore and research. Ore and research. Can we grab another tile just to do some research? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's take that one back there for that. We can't just sneak in here, so let's do that. So that's just some free influence. We are near the top of the map here, so I don't think there's going to be anything creeping around, but could be definitely stuff that direction. You get into there and then hang out and heal up. Slightly hurt here. I'm just going to backtrack into here for now, because we do know those guys are creeping around. Nope, that's the flyers. Vespid Stingwings. Quick ranged infantry unit, excels at combat in ruins and can fly over obstacles. So they're little flyers. They've got neutron blasters. I mean, we're good at killing infantry, though, so maybe we can deal with that. We did grab our tile, so maybe we go research. What's the research going to cost me? Energy! Energy is going to be a problem super soon. I mean, we could throw some energy there anyway. I've got a good amount of ore production. If I was going to grab a tile just for energy... Doesn't really matter too much. We could do like 1 energy and then some research. We're going to get more population in 2 turns. Alright, give me the energy up. Well, I don't know. We could do it there too. Like 2 food and some energy. I mean, this is a 20% research as well. I just feel like we're just giving up these tiles potentially. Yeah, do the energy there. Do I want to go after you guys? I don't know what else is out here. There's definitely something there. I hate that my range is so short. They will light me up if I move out there. So you're holding position. I'm going to go ahead and do the same here. I'll just get back to full strength with you. And for now, I'm just going to sit tight. We'll see what those Vespid do. Okay, they just took off. I know that hybrid is down there somewhere. So I'm going to go hunting the hybrids. They're not there. Okay, we don't see them. Oh, now they moved up. No damage. I mean, 0.9. And the radiation got another one. Xenorite acceptance. It increases the flat amount of research gained from Roots of All. It seems the Xenorite tech priests from Styges 8 are having their way on Gladius Prime 2, setting up observation units and drones at every outpost to understand the Xenos better. Practical applications in terms of research are immediately obvious. And we got our quest done. You've taken your remaining Skitarii retinue to Derelict Hive City, where you'll be the foundation of your forge. You chose this location with a reason, and its heart an ancient Titan frame left here at the time of the planet's conquest. If resurrected, it would be unstoppable. You order Benedict to oversee its renovation. Benedict Majos Gerontocrat Benedict Sacrados Quo Vadis, to say their full name, is a worry. You've suspected their loyalty ever since the rebellion on Annuncia 4. There, in the moment of your triumph over the heretic cultists, they displayed something akin to emotion. You would have rid yourself of them, but their permissions match your own. Indeed, you suspect they somehow exceed them. Archmagos request, production multiplication, essential. 1. Manufactorum Cybernetica proximity. 2. Production line efficiency, approval. So research the Manufactorum Cybernetica, construct it. Construct 2 of them on the same tile, and then any tier 3. So 2 on the same tile, Manufactorum Cybernetica. This one is the ground vehicles. Okay. Also generates food, ore, and influence. Well, let's just go ahead and start that one, since we need that next. We wrecked these guys at almost no losses. Anything else creeping around? No, it looks pretty safe. We've got our new unit as well. I'm going to save it again, because I'm that crazy about this. So I'm going to plan on these going about an hour, just so people know. That's kind of my time frame. 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere in there. While we've got the additional units. So food is still positive, ore is good, energy is barely positive, it'll be better soon, research is going up. I think we hold off on building any units though for a little while. I would really like to get a unit of Sulfur Hounds though. We can't afford it, I guess. $20 food up front, the 2 upkeep, we still would be at 3. Okay, I've talked myself into getting one of the new units, so we'll start working on them. They'll help us early on with a lot of this small, little weak stuff that's running around. It took a tiny bit of damage. Let's just kind of creep around, scouting the map. Hanging out in the woods, we shouldn't be visible unless somebody moves right next to us. So is Vespid running around still. Oh, and some more of those guys. Neophyte hybrids. They're not going to be like being next to two of my units, just the radiation pouring off of us. Yeah. Just about killed them. So they're still healing up. You guys... Let's just hold on to my positions here. Just defend that. Finish them off. Just creeping around. A lot of Necron tombs, but thankfully we don't have to worry about the Necrons. But we do have the Orcs. The Orcs are definitely a problem. Oh, there's an Umbra over there. Okay, that's a problem. Early on, the Umbra are really difficult to deal with. Especially because they've got really good armor. They're not really infantry. Shadow Limbs. Yeah, these guys could really cause us a problem. It's unfortunate because they are parked on some food over there. I don't know that 3 infantry can take 1 Umbra. What are we doing back here anyway? Okay, so we got our power online. So we are looking in pretty good shape as far as resources go. We are going to need to build 2 of the Manufactorum Cyberneticas. I'm not sure where we want to do that, though. Maybe we grab a tile with some extra production, like this. I hate to do that, because we're blocking off more tiles that have good research options. But I do like the production. Let's grab that one. I think you sit tight. I really don't want to go up there, honestly. Okay, we've got some extra energy here with the pipes. Webway Gate, Siren Caster. This one, what's your ability? Extra loyalty for everybody. Some enslavers. Enslavers suck early on. They're definitely difficult to deal with. We don't want to go through that wireweed. Wouldn't mind grabbing this, but we're going to go around the long way. Yeah, I think you just stay put. Manufactorum Cybernetica. So, a Tech Priest Manufactorum is leagues ahead of its standard Imperial equivalent. Not technologically, of course. The Cult Mechanicus considers it more important to safeguard the technology they have, and improving it is a Xenorite heresy that only Call himself might consider. Instead, this building has superior rituals, unguents, chants, libations, and so forth. So here we can build the very good Iron Striders, the Dune Riders, transport vehicle, Castellan robots, very good early on. Not great at destroying armored stuff, but not bad. Dragoons. The Onager Dune Crawler I made quite a bit of use of in my last campaign. Disintegrator. Frontline tank. We might want something like that. That looks kind of like a knight. So yeah, smaller knight. That could be nice as well. And a Knight Crusader. Very cool. They do cost a lot of energy to upkeep, though. And we do want to build 2 of them. And then research something. So 2 on the same tile, and then get some research done. I think we're going to build them here. I think that's kind of the plan. Can get down there. I'm going to play this really careful and grab the forest first, because I know we saw those enslavers. Okay, you grab that. There are the enslavers. Unfortunately, these guys can't shoot them because they don't have the range. We can do a tiny bit of damage. Not enough to kill them. Start working on that. And I think we just hold there. We don't know what the Vespid might do. Until we engage them, they might just leave us alone. So just hang out. Alright, we've done our research. So what do we want here? Transport vehicle. Ignoring range damage reduction is not bad. Eventually I am going to need this. Let's just get the Habfane, because I am at 4 already, and we max out at 6. So let's get that going. There's another Umbra down there. There is more food. Thought that was a location. That's just highlighting the cliff height difference there. I don't know if our radiation is going to affect... No, it just enslaved my guys. That's not great. If we can take out the enslaver, we do get the unit back. The radiation really should affect the enslavers there, but I don't know that it did. Unfortunately, you are very much in the way, and you took my tile away from me, and I don't appreciate that at all. I really don't want to kill my own unit. I can't get around, so I am going to hang out in the forest here and try to deal with this. Are you guys back to full health? You are. Let's get moving. Two turns for my sulfur hounds. I mean, I could go hunting. Hang out hiding in the woods. So up here, that is some more influence. In our city. We get 4 here. I didn't even realize. So how much? It's just 2 energy. Positive on everything. Let's go ahead and start. So it does produce a tiny bit of food and ore and influence as well. A little concerned about this. I'd rather not kill these guys and try to take out the mind... I don't know why mind flares. I mean, they're not mind flares. That's a Stranger Things thing. Enslavers. That's the word I'm looking for. He did just kind of steal my unit and ran away with him, so just take this out. We'll creep around a little bit. Just kind of exploring for the moment. God, there's a lot of Umbra around. I do not appreciate the Umbra creeping around. Hey, we got our Sulfur Hounds. I mean, that's pretty cool looking, I'll have to say. Armor 6, health of 12. They're riding giant cyber mastiffs, basically, which is pretty cool. Yeah, let's go this way. Flamer on them is going to be quite nice. Alright, let's take this back. There's the enslavers. Light them up. Took quite a bit of damage there, more than I was hoping. Just gonna keep trying to take out these stupid enslavers. Up here, I really don't want to mess with the Umbra, so I think I'm just going to kind of wander around and look. So we've got some more food here. The Vespids are hanging out on it. I want to grab as much of this stuff as we can. I think we hold off on unit production. I did just lose a unit. We might get them back. I might lose another unit, honestly. Yeah, get me another unit of Sulfur Hounds. I think early on they're going to be useful. Later, probably not so much. Let's see what happens here. Oh, they just grabbed another unit. I didn't think they could grab multiples like that, and they wiped my squad out. Well, that's awesome. I really appreciate that. Still, if I kill the enslavers, I can get those guys back. So I am going to try to creep around without being detected. I hope they don't just run off and hide somewhere. But that's probably what they're going to do. Nope, they're still there. Okay. Very cool. Get you down. We can finish them off, I hope. Fortunately, you're hanging out next to an Umbra, so that's probably not great. And I get my units back. But unfortunately, they're both hanging out next to Umbra. So, try to get away. I mean, I can shoot them. We can do a little bit of damage. I think they're already active on me, so I don't think attacking them is necessarily going to cause a problem. You're stuck. I could grab the Siren Caster, but... Well, actually, the Umbra can't take it back, can they? So yeah, let's just grab that. Because the Umbra fly and don't have hands, so they can't just steal this back from me. Something else would have to. We do have the Vespid running around over there, though. So we have kind of a major fight going on at the moment. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and call it here. We've done a pretty good job of getting things established. I got my units back. My food is holding. Taking out the enslavers. This is just a crap ton of Umbra. If I take some of this stuff, the Umbra can't take it back from me. So maybe we just grab things and leave and come back later when we have a bit more firepower to deal with the Umbra. Like, we can probably take one. But if this many want to come in and hit us, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Anyway, this has been more of Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, Relics of War, playing as the Adeptus Mechanicus. I've been DisturbingPuppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.